Welcome to the Depth Dive. We're here to really dig into the stories making waves, pulling out the key insights from the latest headlines. And today, well, we've got a fascinating one. It's about something that honestly often gets written off in the crypto space. You know, seen as maybe a bit of a joke. We're talking meme coins. But this one's just smashed through expectations, hit a huge new milestone. It's kind of redefining what's possible here. Our focus is Little Pepe Le P. We've got reports showing its stage 11 presale just completely sold out. And the numbers are, well, they're pretty staggering. Over $22,325,000 raised. They sold, what, 14.25 billion tokens?
Yeah, that's right. Huge numbers.
It's more than just a win, right? It feels like a real statement. It's positioning LEPE as one of the big meme coins to watch heading into 2025. So our mission today is to unpack that. What's the mix here? The tech, the community, the strategy, what actually drove this incredible success? What really grabs me looking at this isn't just the money, though that's obviously impressive. It's how they captured so much momentum, so much community buzz, and what's a really crowded market. It just makes you wonder, what's the secret sauce? How did they achieve this kind of runaway success?
And that's precisely the core question, isn't it? Because these figures, they aren't just large numbers on a page. They're genuinely significant, especially when you look at the meme coin market, which is notoriously volatile, unpredictable. Raising this kind of capital, moving that many tokens during a pre-sale, it signals something deeper than just, fleeting hype. It points towards more fundamental strengths, things that a lot of other projects really struggle to get right. We'll be digging into how Little Pepe managed to weave all these different threads, the tech, the community, the marketing, into a story that people clearly find compelling.
Okay, let's break down that pre-sale search then. Stage 11 figures over $22 million, 14.25 billion tokens gone. And the reports mention something interesting. Each level is now remaining quicker than the final. So the stages are selling out faster and faster. Now, look, every pre-sale shouts about unprecedented demand, right?
Yeah.
So what tells us this Little Pepe situation is genuinely different? Is it just hype, or is there something more sustained here?
Well, that acceleration is key. What's really insightful, I think, is how Little Pepe seems to have shifted beyond just the basic fear of missing out. The FOMO that drives so many meme coin pumps. They're not just relying on people thinking, oh, I better get in quick before it moons. Instead, they seem to be strategically building a perception of real value. And they're using tangible things to back that up, which we'll get into, like their security measures and the tech infrastructure they chose.
Okay.
This creates a different kind of buy-in from investors. It's not just panic buying. So when you see stage 11 sell out fast, and then the next stage is going even quicker, that suggests it's not just urgency, it's a growing belief in the project.
Right, conviction building up.
Exactly. And you mentioned the sources talking about viral network increase and strategic advertising.
Yeah.
This isn't just noise generation. It looks more like a sophisticated feedback loop. More investors join. That builds social proof, which makes the project look stronger, more legitimate, which attracts more investors.
And the cycle continues.
Precisely. That escalating demand curve, where each stage clears faster than the last, that's quite distinct. We see so many pre-sales in crypto. They start strong maybe, but then they kind of peter out. They struggle to keep that momentum going. Little Pepe is showing the opposite. It points to a really well thought out strategy that's tapping into both the market buzz and investor psychology in a smart way. It's about building perceived value, not just a temporary flash.
Okay, so the presale momentum is clearly powerful, driven by more than just FOMO. But what's anchoring it? Meme coins often stumble on the basics, right? Like high fees, slow transactions, fundamental problems.
Yeah.
Which brings us to this key technical choice they made, launching on the Ethereum Layer 2 era. Now, for folks deep in crypto, Layer 2s are pretty familiar territory. We get the benefits. But applying this specifically to a meme coin, what's the real edge Little Pepe gets here? It's got to be more than just saving on gas fees, surely. How does this Layer 2 choice strategically help scale their specific brand of, viral community?
Oh, absolutely. It's way more than just cheaper transactions, although that's a huge part of it.
Yeah.
If you connect this to the bigger picture, choosing an Ethereum Layer 2 gives Little Pepe something really valuable.
Yeah.
Tangible utility, which, as you said, is something many meme coins just don't have.
Right.
They get the best of both worlds. They inherit the really strong, proven security, the main Ethereum network that's vital for building trust. But crucially, they bypass Ethereum's main bottlenecks, those often crazy high gas fees and the network slowdowns you get when things get busy.
Yeah, those can kill a project's momentum.
Exactly. Now, think about a meme coin. You might want lots of small transactions, maybe community tipping, NFT minting, perhaps even little games built around it later on. On the main Ethereum network, forget it. The cost and speed would make all that totally impractical. It would just stifle the fun, the engagement.
Makes sense.
But on layer 2, traders can buy Little Pepe Le P without getting hammered by those fuel costs. It makes it way more accessible whether you're a big investor or just someone wanting to grab a small amount. And importantly, after the launch, this layer 2 scalability means the project can handle huge transaction volumes without choking or becoming expensive.
So it can actually grow globally without hitting a technical wall.
Precisely.
Right.
It's not just a tech detail, it's a strategic move. It enables that global reach they seem to be aiming for. It ensures the experience stays smooth and affordable for everyone, everywhere. It's a really clever mix. You keep the fun, the viral potential of meme culture, but you underpin it with serious, high-speed, low-cost infrastructure. It actually helps them deliver on their core mission-making utility meet virality.
Okay, this next part feels like where we get to the real heart of it, beyond just the tech specs and the money raised. The sources emphasize that Little Pepe's success isn't just smart contracts in Layer 2, it's deeply tied to community tradition. They talk about building this loyal, pretty engaged base of supporters who do more than just keep tokens. It sounds less like shareholders and more like a movement, almost. I mean, we see passionate online communities form around everything, right? From obscure hobbies to, well, digital frogs, apparently. But how does Little Pepe actually harness that energy? How do they turn passive holders into active promoters, into evangelists for the project?
Yeah, and this is where Little Pepe seems to really stand out from the crowd. In the meme coin world, just having a funny name or a cute mascot, that's not enough anymore. There's too much competition. What Little Pepe has apparently done is foster a community where people are genuinely engaged beyond just watching the price chart. Like the sources say, their fans are out there actively promoting Little Pepe on social media. They're creating their own memes, sharing content, participating in online events. It's less like an investment club.
And more like a fan club.
Kind of, yeah, or like a grassroots cultural thing. They're actively shaping the narrative. The team's strategy seems key here. They're reportedly using a mix of transparency, being open about what they're doing, along with humor, which fits the meme coin vibe, and, crucially, regular updates, keeping people in the loop.
Right, communication is key.
Absolutely. That consistent, authentic communication builds a real sense of belonging. It makes people feel like they're part of something, not just holding a token. It becomes part of their identity, a movement, like you said.
They're invested emotionally, not just financially.
Exactly. And that communal energy, that's an incredibly powerful marketing engine. It's organic, it spreads naturally, and it's arguably more effective long-term than just throwing money at ads. In a market full of quick trends that fade, this kind of deep-rooted community tradition can provide real resilience. It keeps the excitement alive organically. It's like building a digital tribe, and that's incredibly sticky.
Okay, so you've got the tech, you've got this vibrant community, but let's talk trust. In crypto, especially with meme coins, that's always the elephant in the room. It feels like the Wild West sometimes, projects popping up and disappearing. The sources call the market unpredictable. So how did Little Pepe tackle those inevitable investor worries about security, about legitimacy? The report specifically mentioned they got a comprehensive security audit by CertiK. How significant is that?
Oh, it's hugely significant. You're right. Trust is everything here, especially when you're asking people to put money into a new digital asset. And double, especially for a meme coin, which historically carries extra skepticism. Getting an audit from CertiK isn't just ticking a box. CertiK is genuinely one of the top dogs in blockchain security auditing. They have a serious reputation.
So it carries weight.
A lot of weight. Their audit process is rigorous. It's not just a quick look over. They do deep dives into the smart contract code, looking for vulnerabilities, potential exploits. They use formal methods, penetration testing. Basically, they verify that the code is solid and follows best practices for security.
Okay.
Now, many meme coins, let's be honest, they skip this step. Or they get a cheaper, less thorough audit. That's often why they're seen as riskier, more fly-by-night. By proactively going through a CertiK audit, Little Pepe is sending a very clear signal. They're saying, look, we take security seriously, we're building this properly, we have long-term plans.
It's about signaling professionalism.
Exactly. It tells investors this isn't just some pump-and-dump scheme. It's a project aiming for longevity. It builds a layer of credibility and trust that's frankly essential, and it really helps differentiate them from the sketchier corners of the market. That audit provides a strong foundation of reassurance.
That CertiK audit definitely sounds like a major trust signal, especially, like you said, given the reputation of some meme coin launches. But okay, even with a clean audit, the crypto market itself is still a roller coaster, right? What challenges or, potential bumps in the road might Little Pepe still face, even with this strong start?
That's a really important reality check. The audit tackles the smart contract risk, the technical security side. But yeah, Little Pepe still exists within the wider crypto ecosystem. And that means it's subject to all the usual market swings, general market sentiment, regulatory news that can come out of nowhere, macroeconomic pressures.
Stuff completely outside their control.
Well, exactly. And the big challenge for any project, not just Little Pepe, is maintaining momentum after the pre-sale hype fades and the token is trading live.
Yeah.
That means they need to keep delivering, keep innovating, keep that community fired up, actually execute on the roadmap they've promised. And the meme coin label itself, while it's clearly been a strength for their branding and community building, it can also attract a lot of short-term, speculative traders who might jump ship at the first sign of trouble. So managing expectations, nurturing that core community, and proving there's real substance and utility beyond the memes that's going to be crucial for weathering any market storms or fending off the next hot meme coin that inevitably pops up. Long-term resilience is the name of the game.
Right. Makes sense. So moving beyond the tech and security, let's touch on the marketing again. The sources say it was equally instrumental in its rapid growth. What specifically stood out in their marketing playbook? How did they turn simple attention into actual, lasting loyalty? I saw that mention of a $777 giveaway. How does something like that fit in?
Their marketing seems pretty smart, blending viral tactics with real incentives. It's not just about getting eyeballs, it's about getting people involved. They're using viral meme campaigns, which, perfectly fits their brand, but also running things like network contests. These tactics inherently tap into the community's own creativity and social networks. They basically turn users into marketers themselves.
Okay, leveraging the community again.
Exactly. And that $777 giveaway is a prime example. On the surface, it's a nice reward. But look closer, usually. To enter these things, or to get more chances to win, what do you have to do?
Share the post, tag friends, tweet about it.
Right. You have to engage, you have to spread the word. It creates this organic ripple effect on social media. It's essentially gamified word-of-mouth marketing. By tying these kinds of incentives directly into their brand building, Little Pepe keeps the buzz going. It makes people feel rewarded for participating, which deepens their connection beyond just holding the token.
So it keeps them relevant in a really fast-moving space.
Precisely. It's about staying visible, yes, but also about weaving participation into the project's identity. It fosters loyalty that feels earned, not just bought. This helps build that sustainable demand we talked about, rather than just relying on fleeting viral moments.
Right, so we've covered a lot. The huge pre-sale numbers, the smart layer 2 tech choice, the crucial security audit, that really engaged community, and the clever marketing. Bringing it all together, what's the outlook now for Little Pepe? Stage 11 is done. They're heading into the final pre-sale stages, then the main launch. What's the trajectory looking like? How does this project potentially cement its place?
Well, looking at everything we've discussed, Little Pepe seems to be carving out a maybe new kind of path for meme coins. It's moving past just being a joke or pure speculation. It's actually integrating real utility, strong security, things you expect from a more serious project. The success they had was stage 11, and that accelerating pace, it strongly suggests these final pre-sale stages could be even hotter. They might sell out even faster, which in turn could push their total funding way beyond what people initially expected. It really speaks to the strength of the package they've put together.
So no signs of slowing down yet?
Not from the looks of it. The trajectory seems powerful and, importantly, sustained. Their core mission, remember, creating a meme coin space where utility meets virality, using good tech for fast, cheap transactions. That message is clearly hitting home. People are buying into it. Little Pepe really stands out now as a prime example. It shows how you can combine that community energy, that meme magic, with solid technology, real security measures, and smart execution to achieve genuine breakout success.
Yeah.
It's proving, perhaps, that a meme coin can be both fun and fundamentally sound. That's quite a statement in this market.
It really is. We've definitely taken a deep dive into Little Pepe's journey today. Raising over $22 million is impressive on its own, but seeing how they've combined that with the Layer 2 tech, the CertiK audit, that vibrant community, the marketing, it really does feel like more than just
another flash in the pan. So thinking about what you, the listener, can take away from this, it really highlights how a project, even one starting in the meme coin category, can build serious traction. It's about strategically layering these elements: right tech foundation, genuine community building, proving your security, and marketing smartly with real incentives. They all work together, don't they? It's not just one thing.
Exactly. It's synergistic. And that leads to maybe a final thought to chew on. When you see the speed and the sheer scale of Little Pepe's fundraising, especially backed by things like the audit and Layer 2 tech, what does this specific case tell us about where digital assets might be heading? Could it reshape how we think about what makes an investment serious or sustainable in DeFi? Are those lines between, say, utility and pure viral appeal blurring much faster than we thought? Maybe the definition of a valuable project is evolving right in front of us.
That's a really provocative question, definitely something to mull over. We really encourage you to keep these elements in mind: the tech, community, security, marketing synergy, when you're looking at other projects in this incredibly fast-moving crypto space. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.